Have you ever felt that frustration? You study for hours, you pour everything into it, and then the next day, poof, it's like the information just vanished. Well, you are definitely not alone. In this explainer, we're going to dive into some incredibly powerful techniques, inspired by the amazing memory skills of Japanese students that can help you remember, well, everything. All this comes from the amazing work of Neelam Talreja, the founder of Mindseed tutorials in Malad West, Mumbai. She's got this passion for helping students succeed, so let's get into it and see how you can stop forgetting and start remembering for good.
So, let's get right to the heart of the matter. Why does this happen? You put in the hours, but the knowledge just doesn't seem to stick. Look, this is not some personal failure. It's actually a feature of how our brains are designed. We're literally wired to clear out information that we don't actively use. And this whole phenomenon, it actually has a name, the forgetting curve.
And just look at this number, 70%. I mean, let that sink in for a second. Almost 3/4 of everything you worked so hard to learn is just gone within a single day. Now, that sounds pretty frustrating, right? But understanding this is actually the key, because it shows us exactly why so many of our old study habits just don't cut it. So what's the solution? Well, on the left, you've got the usual suspects, right? Rereading your notes, highlighting half the textbook, pulling an all-nighter to cram. They feel productive, don't they? But to your brain, it's really just background noise. The methods on the right, though, now that's where the magic happens. These are the active, powerful techniques we're going to break down, and we're starting with active recall.
All right, let's jump into the first, and I'd argue the most powerful technique of them all, active recall. I want you to stop thinking of this as studying and start thinking of it as mental training, kind of like a samurai approach to sharpening and strengthening your memory.
So here's the absolute crucial point, the thing you have to get. Your memory doesn't get stronger from putting information in. It gets stronger from pulling information out. It's the act of retrieving, of forcing your brain to find the answer that builds those rock-solid connections. You know that feeling when you struggle to remember a fact? You're not failing. You're actually building a stronger mental pathway. That struggle, that's the workout. And the best part? Putting this into practice is incredibly simple. After you studied a topic, just close the book. Seriously. Then grab a totally blank piece of paper and write down, or even just say out loud, everything you can remember about it. It's going to feel tough, maybe even a little frustrating at first, but that's the whole point. That friction is what creates powerful, lasting memories. Okay, so you're actively recalling information, but how do you make sure it sticks around for the long haul? That's where our next powerhouse combo comes in. Spaced repetition combined with the idea of breaking down big topics into small, manageable chunks. This quote from James Clear's Atomic Habits just nails it perfectly. Instead of trying to swallow an entire textbook in one go, you focus on these small, bite-sized steps every single day. The goal isn't this massive heroic effort. It's about massive consistency. And when you combine this idea with our next technique, your learning becomes unstoppable. And this is exactly how you make those small steps last forever. Think of spaced repetition like watering a plant. You don't just dump a whole bucket of water on it at once and hope for the best. No, you give it a little water right before it starts to wilt. This schedule shows you exactly when to water your memory, reviewing the info at bigger and bigger intervals, right at the moment you're about to forget it. It's so smart.
Okay, so we've got the techniques down, but they're way more powerful when you've got the right mindset to back them up. And that's where these two final principles come in: Kaizen and the art of creating a focused study ritual. This is all about mastering your environment and your whole approach to learning.
First up, Kaizen. This is simply the principle of continuous, steady improvement. The goal isn't to be perfect tomorrow, it's just to be 1% better every single day. That's it. This approach completely avoids the stress and the burnout, and it lets your progress compound over time into true mastery.
And here's how you get your brain in the zone for deep learning. It's all about creating a ritual. By doing these small things consistently, like studying in the same spot, using the same pen, and putting your phone far, far away, you are sending a powerful signal to your brain. You're basically telling it, hey, pay attention. This is important. It's time to learn.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? Real learning isn't about passively letting information wash over you. It's an active process. It's about the struggle of active recall, the consistency of spaced repetition, and the deep focus you get from a study ritual. You don't just watch from the sidelines. You have to get in the game, practice, adjust, and get better.
And that brings us right here to the final and most crucial point. The choice is yours. Are you going to go back to the old ways of highlighting and cramming, knowing that you're just going to forget most of it anyway? Or are you going to start using these smarter, science-backed techniques starting today? What's it going to be?
Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. We really hope these techniques help you on your learning journey. Now, if you want some personalized guidance and expert tutoring to really put these methods into practice, you can reach out to Neelam Talreja at Mindseed Tutorials. All the details are right here.